As with all of my videos, I recommend for the stretching routines that you keep in mind that I am only offering you a visual example of listening to your own body when you stretch. So if you decide to stretch along with me in any of my routines, try to keep in mind not to follow exactly what I do, as in trying to reach a particular pose or the destination, however far I may reach or not go, is more so to just give you a different viewpoints of different stances or different things that you can try if you may be having any type of tension or tightness in any of the muscles as you follow through this routine. Some people who are more familiar with yoga and who are more flexible, they may have a different routine. And if you watch this video and you're one of those people, then maybe as you go through your routine, if you feel any restrictions in any area, you can add in one of these poses and maybe go from there. Or for those who maybe don't stretch at all, it could be a good beginner. So therefore, it's all for you to listen to your body. Now, I was having a lot of stiffness in my right hip and a lot of tight muscles on the left side of my neck. As you will see at the end of this video, I actually given out some massage tips and techniques. So I'm going to try to incorporate those as often as possible, but there probably will be different videos just because of how I want to really explain them. So this pose right here was really, really good for my right hip. As you will see, I do more with stretching out the the right side than I did on the left. And I was also a little more restricted when I stretched out the left side. So in any area that you feel the tension or the tightness, you want to just give it a little bit of an extra tug, but not too much. You don't want to cause any tears, but just slowly, try different things. Like as I'm turning my left legs, that's why I was feeling the tension. So I'm like, okay, maybe I could loosen it up a bit. And you only want to go to the point where you feel a release from the tension. There should be no sharp stabbing pains. There should be nothing completely, there shouldn't be a strong feeling of dull and aching. It may be a little dull and aching from the tension in it, but it shouldn't be intense. It should feel more of a release as you pull on all areas. When you find a problem area, that's where you want to, increase it. Now, for me, I like deep pressure work and I like to, get into my muscles, but everyone have a different pain threshold. That is something I really stress as a massage therapist. So what would work for my muscles based on what I do, the activities of my day, what I do more often, and based on sometimes we have more tension because we've worked muscles that we haven't worked, if ever, in a very long time. So again, and in those instances, you want to do, you don't want to agitate those areas to the point where it would become a problem area. You just want to stretch it out and loosen it, and then that tells you where you can go from there based on how the muscles respond and based on how you feel. That's why you go slow and take your time. You don't want to rush into a problem area. Now, I told you my left side was really, really bothering me. So right here, I'm just doing some deep compressions, and I felt a lot of knots. Like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know I had that many knots. So as I'm pressing in on the left shoulder, You want to relax the muscle. You don't want to pull as much on the muscle that you're working. So I was just relaxing it and turning my head to put the tension on it, to kind of, it was a pull and a release. I hope this was helpful to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.